Hi guys. I posted a video last year saying that I would kind of like try and do YouTube. It's been about a year later, so this is my attempt at trying. So I want to do like a chit chat makeup type vibe and kind of just tell you what's been happening, because I know a lot has changed since I filmed that video. I've already done my brows. They look 2016-ish, but trust me, it'll all come together. So basically, I filled my brows in and I carved them out, and I used the L'Oreal Infallible Brows up to 24-hour micro precision pencil in the shade brunette, and this is what it kind of looks like. Can you see that? Let me just, yeah. And then I used the Catrice True Skin High Cover Concealer in the shade Warm Toffee to clean up my brows. So let's start with where I've been. Chill. I was trying to finish up my internship, so that took up a lot of my time. I have a bit more time now. I'm currently doing my community service. So let's start with the fact that I am a qualified medical doctor. I know, I did that. But anyways, yeah, so I finished up my internship and then I moved to a different province to do my ComCert and just to be closer to my daughter. So because I was working such a terrible schedule during internship, I wasn't actually like living with my daughter. So she was with grandparents and my boyfriend here, where I currently am now, and I was living in the province that I was working in. I'm gonna try and talk and do my makeup at the same time. I just used the same concealer just to prime my eyelids, and I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder in the banana shade, like it's kind of wiped off there. But yeah, so that's what happened, and my schedule just got really crazy because of the rotations that I was completing, and I got the flu and I just wasn't feeling well, and then I had to move and kind of pack up all my stuff and do that. And I hate moving. I hate it. I hate packing. The whole entire process of moving is not fun for me. So that's basically what I did. And I've been working as a community service medical officer for around 3 months now. So I've kind of like settled in, figured out what my schedule is going to be, and just like been working a lot. But I was like, you know what? I want to try and do something that is fun, that is creative for me. So that's what we're doing today. It's going to be a very simple, boring makeup look, but I just want to share the products that I've been loving and just chat. So because I haven't done like YouTube in forever and a day, it's kind of weird to be like sitting here filming a video. It was raining earlier, now the sun's coming out, so I was like, you know what, this is the perfect opportunity to use natural light. I don't like nighttime. I don't like doing stuff at night. So yeah. Okay, so the palette that I'm going in with is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette, the original one. I absolutely love this palette. But yeah, so now I work at a district hospital doing my community service. We rotate through different departments. So we do casualty, then we go to the clinics, part of like internal medicine, and we get an opportunity to go to theater. So you could basically cut C-sections, obviously under supervision, or do anesthetics. And then we also do maternity, so that was quite nice. So I've done clinics, I've done casualty. I actually really like casualty, especially like with internal medicine, even though that's not something that I want to specialize in. But I really do enjoy it because it kind of makes me think, and I like things that challenge my brain, because I feel like when I'm just doing something so monotonous, my brain kind of rots. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I wanted to see and test myself, but I know like, chill. I get lazy and then I lose motivation to do stuff. So I just, I don't know, man. I'm trying to be not like that anymore. I want to push myself and see how far I can get when I put my mind to doing certain things. And I guess everyone needs to start somewhere, you know? So yeah, other than that, like, I've literally just been working, spending time with family, and I don't really have much of a social life per se, because I don't really go clubbing. That's not something I do. And I don't really drink really. And I used to do that as a student. But then obviously, you know how monotonous and boring that scene, that, you know, getting ready, pre-drinking, going out to the club, drinking further, coming back home in the wee hours of the morning, or even when the sun is out the next day. And I don't like that. That's just no. Because it will take forever to get rid of a hangover, and I just don't really like what alcohol does to me, so I don't drink. So yeah, on that, it's just work, family, feeling more comfortable with myself, like especially being a parent. I mean, it took a while to kind of like bounce back and get my spark back, but hey, such is life, you know? So I know I'm like 28 now, so I feel a bit more comfortable in the person that I am, and I'm not trying to let like all the different roles that I play define my identity. So yeah, I'm just like also learning, getting to know myself as a person. And it did take a while, especially becoming a new parent, working at the same time, and trying to like figure out who I am, what my style is in terms of fashion, the type of person that I am within the roles that I play. And yeah, like it literally has taken quite a while to like get to a point where I feel comfortable with myself. But I think everyone who becomes a new parent struggles with that. So I wouldn't say it's a struggle, it's just like a rediscovery of yourself, finding new parts about yourself, and rediscovering things that you used to like, and discovering new things that you enjoy doing. Mine has always been makeup. I've always loved watching like makeup tutorials, makeup videos. Like since I was 16, like I would be watching a bunch of the OG YouTubers, like especially American YouTubers, because they were so fun to watch. So I would be watching like Kathleen Lights, Nicole Guerrero, and like I don't know if you know those YouTubers, but yeah. And now my favorite obsession, like I never miss a single like video of this YouTuber. Her name is Jasmine. She goes by Juicy Jazz, and I don't know, I find her videos so aesthetic, so calming, and I love watching her videos. Like I've literally binged watched her videos like crazy, and I can rewatch some of the older videos. Feels like I'm just watching them again for the first time, you know? But yeah, we're gonna go for like a really simple look that I've been enjoying. Just like kind of mixing browns together from the palette. I'll show you what my palette looks like. It's kind of beat up, but at least you know I get use out of it. So this is what it looks like, and I basically use this color over here. I don't know if you can see that, what I'm pointing to, and then the colors here, and then black for like eyeliner if I don't want to do liquid liner. But I'm just mixing the browns and building them up to the depth that I like. And my eyes are different shapes, so this side normally like looks better in terms of eyeliner and eyeshadow, but my brows, this side is better. The camera that I'm filming on is a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and I had got it at the end of July, beginning August. And it like, I don't know, it was malfunctioning, man. It was just doing some weird stuff, like the gimbal was not working properly and it was overheating, and I was so sad because I've been seeing this camera everywhere and I'm like, why is mine not working properly? So I took it in for repairs and it got like actually ended up getting replaced, and I was like, yeah. So the camera now is like working properly, so it's fine. And then another person I've been like, I know I'm jumping like all over the place, but in terms of like YouTubers and stuff that I've been obsessed with, one of them is Aaliyah from Aaliyah's Face. I think she's so chic. I think she's such a vibe. And I don't know, like I get kind of inspired by her. Like she just does things that are super cool. I could never replicate that in my own life in terms of like wanting to be someone else. So I don't think I could like copy that because I'm not a chic person at all, honey child. 99% of my time is in sweatpants and hoodies. Like I don't have the energy to be getting dressed. But like, and I need to prepare myself like an entire week if I know I'm gonna do something with friends or something, to be able to like pick out what am I gonna wear and have time. The main focus is always the makeup for me, because that's like my strong point. But there is a point where I do want to like kind of take some time, which will be over the course of like months essentially, just to kind of figure out my personal style fashion wise. Because I don't know, like I don't know how to dress myself. That sounds weird. But like I truly do not know how to dress for my body shape, I think. And like people who say, oh, you're gonna like lose all your baby weight. No, that did not happen, because I'm still the same weight as I was when I gave birth, which friggin' sucks, but I actually don't care. I am just trying to eat healthy. There is a point where I do want to embark on like a little fitness journey type vibe. Small steps. Small steps. We'll get there. I was such an active person in high school. And now I am not really that active, but I do want to start incorporating some physical activity because it's good for you, you know? I think I'm such a person who has like a lot of like goals and aspirations, but they all live in my head and I never really get to achieving any of those things. So what better time than now, you know? So small steps with everything. And I'm the person who, like, as soon as I get hooked on doing something, I want to do it all the time. And then I get bored. And then I don't want to do it anymore. Or I have little to no drive to get up and do the thing. And I hate that about myself, but hey, that's something I think I really want to, like, work on, is in those moments where I feel like I don't have any motivation to do something, I still, like, get up and do it, because I think once you start, that's when the momentum keeps coming, instead of sitting and waiting for motivation to hit you and there's none. I feel like motivation is such a scam, honestly. It's such a scam, because like if you think about it, motivation is a feeling that you're waiting for, and if you're constantly going to sit around and wait for the feeling to come, you're never really going to do anything, you know. You're never really going to get up and, I don't know, reach for things that you want in your life. It's always going to be like, oh, I don't have the motivation to do this. I don't have the motivation to do anything. Yeah. And then you find yourself, time is moving. Time waits for no man. Time is moving and we're out here just waiting for that feeling to strike. And that's the thing about self-discipline, which I think a lot of us do not have, obviously including myself, because as I did mention, that's something I struggle with. I don't know, I feel like I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I've grown, I'm more mature, and waiting for like motivation. So 2015. I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I just think you need to have self-discipline to be able to do the things that you want to do, because you'll never be able to achieve anything great if you're just sitting and waiting around for motivation. So you just have to do it. Just do it. Just get up. Just do it, you know. Find people that are going to hold you accountable, who are aspiring and dreaming of the same things that you are, that will hold you accountable for you to keep going. I can literally sit here and blend eyeshadow out for like 5,000 hours, and I don't think that is like a very healthy thing. I don't know, I just feel like it's so therapeutic. I don't know why, but yeah. Because this is such a like a more basic, soft, glammy type of vibe, I'm gonna actually use the black in the palette over here and kind of create an eyeshadow wing. I suck at wings. I suck at wings. I've been getting better, but eyeshadow wings, still not the one. Still not it. Still not it. And then I'm gonna just use the mirror and the palette to kind of get them symmetrical, and we'll be right back when I'm done with these wings. Okay, that wasn't so bad. I did have to clean them up a little bit using the brush that I used to carve out my brows, and then we're gonna go in with primer. So for primer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Luminous and Smooth Hydrating Powder with vitamin E. It's for normal to dry skin, and it has SPF 20, so I really like this primer. I used to use it with the brush and would leave like a white cast type of vibe, but now I just use my hands. And then before we go in with the base, I'm gonna let the primer sit and marinate. I really like this primer. It is luminous and it is smoothing. I don't know how Maybelline does it because it's not advertised to be like a pore filling primer, but it really smooths my skin out and I like that. And then I'm going to go in with mascara. It is also another Maybelline product. It is their Lash Sensational Firework Mascara. And it's waterproof. Love this. So yeah, so life being a doctor is a bit weird. Especially post-internship because no one is chasing after me in terms of getting my logbook signed. Not that people chase after you to begin with, but like, I don't know, I feel so much more relaxed, so much more calm. I don't know, I feel like I'm just living my best life because my phone doesn't ring 24/7 as it did when I was an intern, and I hated it. It gave me so much anxiety. Hated every single waking moment of that. But, you know, it does get better on the other side, as people did say. And like, we see some pretty interesting things. You know, I could always like share some stories without revealing too much. If you would like to hear some stories, some are funny and weird and wonderful, so it literally feels like a movie sometimes. Okay, I think I put like 3 coats on each eye. I used to love wearing false lashes. Not anymore. The fact that it just looks weird sometimes, I don't know, I truly don't know what it is, but not my vibe anymore. And I've let that sit, kind of dry down. Like, my face looks smoother, but it's still luminous. Like, it's lovely. It's lovely. For foundation, I'm gonna use, guys, the obsession that I have with Lancome products is crazy. Like, it's wild how much I love Lancome products. Like, I think they treat me so well. And my favorite foundation is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Care and Glow. It's a 24-hour healthy glow skincare foundation with SPF 25 in the shade 420W. This matches me so well. Like, I don't know what Lancome do, but they do it well. Like, the complexion products, stunning. I'm just going to pump some out on this little palette that I have here. I do use quite a bit of foundation. I just put in 3 pumps, but it does blend out really well, so I don't feel shame. Then I'm just going to paint it on my face with a brush, and then we'll use a sponge to blend it out. So before I moved post-internship, like I had a month off before I started working, and I literally I didn't have a schedule of what I wanted to do, but I woke up early because I was like, I'm not about to be sitting for a month bored. So I literally did whatever I could to keep myself busy. I think that's one thing about me I've realized is that when I do have time off, I don't like sitting and doing nothing. Like, I get bored really easily. And now when I do have time off, I'm just trying to kind of be gracious to myself because we do need to rest, you know. I don't constantly want to be chasing and doing things when I have been afforded rest, because I do need to rest. So I'm just going to blend this out with the sponge that is so crusty. And the shade match, perfect. I don't know if you can see a difference between where the foundation is and where it's drying, but it kind of does oxidize. It does oxidize, not kind of. And I'm just going to blend it out. But this is technically like the look I would wear like for work. The same routine, same steps, except for the eyeshadow. Like, I do my makeup in the car. I don't have the energy to be doing makeup in like eyeshadow in the car. And I'll do my brows before I get in the car, because I tried it once to do my brows, and one was thinner than the other. It was just looking weird. So I just do my brows and in the house. I will do the rest of my makeup in the car. And when I say like I do my makeup in the car, I mean like we go and meet my boyfriend first at work because he is closer, and then I drive to work. So yeah, so then while he's driving, then I'll quickly just do my makeup. So yeah. So like on a normal day, I won't really like go in with liquid bronzer and that stuff. I will do cream blush because I really like the look of blush, but cream bronzer I normally reserve for when I'm going somewhere. I am going to use the Catrice Melted Sun Liquid Bronzer in... I don't know what shade this is. What shade is this? Don't know, but it's like I think the second darkest one. I love this so much. It looks so good. Like, it's pretty dark, and then I'll just put that like on my forehead, kind of like contour, so like a little bit. And then I'll just go in and blend this out. The new iPhone 17s got released, I think on Friday, but like, those phones are ugly. And I have no shame in saying that. I don't think I will upgrade. They're so ugly, guys, and they're so expensive. Like, in South Africa, 2 terabytes for an iPhone 17 Pro Max is close to 53,000 rand. Like, no. Nope, that's ridiculously expensive for no reason, for such an ugly phone. It's just kind of grey on me. It looks a bit crazy, but I am gonna like blend it out better. I'm just kind of stamping the product in. Taking the sponge that I used and kind of just going around the edges. For cream blush, I'm using the Switch Beauty Bubble Blush Dewy Blush Stick. It's in the shade Malt. I really like this color. I was using Spice, but I really like this. And I've just been trying to use as much of my makeup products as possible because I have quite a bit of makeup. I have been a makeup lover since high school, but I've literally, I think in varsity, I was so obsessed with makeup and I bought a bunch of makeup. Like, it's like a light peach vibe. I'm just gonna use the same concealer from Catrice. And I'm going to put some underneath my eyes, kind of like 2016 style. I just stab myself in the eye with this one. I was like never the type of person to set my powder with a powder puff, but I love doing that now. Taking the same powder that we used to set our eyes, emptying some in a cap, and then I'm just going to take my powder puff and then kind of dump it into the powder that I put in the cap. And then I take my hand and I kind of press it in to kind of get an even coat. So my hand ends up looking like this, and then I'll set. Like, this Wet n Wild powder, crazy. I have the Fenty Beauty loose powder. Like, I'm not a huge loose powder kind of gal, because I just don't like setting my eyes a bit, like baking and stuff. The Fenty Beauty powder is really good and I really like how it smells. But this powder is so good, and it's so not like expensive. It's not as pricey as the Fenty Beauty powder. I don't really bake, I just press it in underneath my eyes. It is so smoothing, it's crazy. It is wild. And yes, I look insane, but I'm also gonna kind of press the powder into my smile lines. And then I'll just take a big powder brush and then set the rest of my face, and that's for the powder. I then go in and set my creams, liquids down. So I'm going to use the LA Girl powder bronzer in the shade Lost in Paradise. Love this bronzer. Then I just take a more smaller but still a fluffy brush, and then I just kind of go over where I put the liquid bronzer down. I really have much of a forehead, but I like putting it here. And then whatever is left on the brush, I'll just rub on the sides of my nose. Really contour my nose. I think I really, like, one feature I really do like about myself is my nose. Like, I think I have a really pretty nose. And I like my lips too. Well, I am gonna line my eyes with some eyeliner. This is the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade Black Fever. I am gonna use some blush. I'm gonna use the Catrice Blush Affair Cream and Powder. And this is in the shade Stunning Strawberry. And I'm going to just use the powder side. I'm going to use the same brush that I used for bronzer. The other day, last week Sunday to be exact, I was getting ready for work. I was just putting some makeup on. And my daughter had come back from church. And so whenever I do my makeup, she's like, "Mommy, I want makeup." Okay, cool. So I'll give her some brushes to play with and whatever. This time I was like, done with my makeup. So I was like, "Girl, I'm finished." Girl gets angry. Now I'm picking her up. She kicks my entire bag of makeup on the floor. And I have some other Essence blushes in here that are more shimmery. I think they're called the Blush Crush blushes. And those broke. So now I have to go get alcohol to kind of press them down. I was just like, I was so angry. I was fuming. She like was trying to come to me. I'm like, just stay away from me for a moment so that I can pick my stuff up. But I was so angry. And mind you, there's like glass bottles in this bag. I'm just putting on some highlighter. This is an old palette that I got from Essence, the Glow to Go, and I'm just using the first shade here. I've been really digging highlighter lately. I don't know why. I mean, I really do my makeup like it is still 2016, so chaotic. Luckily, it's the shade that I've never used. It's a darker shade. But now there's highlighter on the floor that I need to clean up. Yeah, ne. Things are falling, things are falling, things are falling. That's a sign that I need to get rid of some stuff in my makeup bag. I'm sharpening my lip liner. I don't use lipstick. I just use this because it lasts so well throughout the day. And you can't even see what it is because it's this small and the name is smudged off, but it's the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Chocolate. I love this stuff. I just literally fill in my lips with it too. I get asked all the time what I use for my lips, and this is it. This is it. And I'm very, very fortunate and very blessed to be born with fuller lips, so I don't really have to overline my lips. This is like, I have like a natural pout, which, thank gosh, I'm very, very grateful. But then the last thing that I'm gonna do is like set my face, and this is the finished makeup look. Very simple, very easy. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Do like, subscribe, and comment down below for something that you want to see next. I have some ideas, but let me know what you want to see. Thank you.